there's something that I believe gives me a lot of hope.
It does.
It gives me a lot of hope.
It's
it
good.
gives me a lot of hope. It's really, really good.
I love it.
This is trending. So just so you know, in South America, there's only, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, don't quote me on this because I'm just saying it off the top of my head, only 3 countries left in South America that don't lean to the left or are socialists.
3.
Wow.
3.
3 countries.
3. Uruguay, man, I forgot the other 2, but I think it's only 3 that are not leaning to the left and are not.
I think Paraguay also.
Paraguay, yes,
Paraguay.
and yes, you're right. There's one of them, and we're missing one more. But it's only 3 out of South America, and so we got some good news. Because to be honest with you, if you would have asked me what was going to happen in Argentina, I would have never thought that Javier Milei was going to be the president-elect, and he takes power, I believe, in the beginning weeks of December. So just around the corner, he's taking power over Argentina. Now, we have a clip for you, which is an interview with Tucker Carlson. And I didn't give a shout out to Benny Johnson. I met Benny Johnson. Awesome person. We met him.
Yes.
Shout out to Benny Johnson. If you don't follow him on Instagram, follow him. He has a lot of good stuff on there. But Tucker Carlson actually went and sat down with Javier Milei
In Argentina.
in Argentina, and he had some words for the United States that I thought were awesome.
Powerful.
Powerful. Let's watch the clip.
Socialism has become ascendant, really, in the United States, as you may have noticed, with the attendant symptoms you described. Massive public debt levels, increasing poverty, disorder, crime, filth, and ugliness. Argentina is at the end stage of that. Argentina is now a poor country because of those policies. What advice would you give to Americans having lived it?
Que nunca abracen las ideas del socialismo, que nunca se dejen seducir por el canto de las sirenas de la justicia social, que no se dejen atrapar por esa frase nefasta que donde hay una ansiedad nace un derecho, pero que eso no se hace solo. Para eso hay que estar preparado y hay que dar la batalla cultural día a día, y que hay que tener cuidado porque ellos no tienen problema en meterse adentro del Estado y aplicar las técnicas de Gramsci, seduciendo a artistas, seduciendo, o sea, la cultura, seduciendo a los medios de comunicación o metiéndose en los contenidos de la educación. Hay que tener mucho cuidado, hay que cortarles el financiamiento y hay que hacerlos competir a la par, y al mismo tiempo hay que concientizar a los empresarios de que es necesario que Milton Friedman decía que la función social del empresario era ganar dinero. Bueno, con eso solo no alcanza. Parte de la inversión tiene que ser invertir en los defensores de las ideas de la libertad para que los socialistas no puedan avanzar, porque si no lo hacen, ellos se van a meter en el Estado y desde el Estado van a imponer una agenda que de largo plazo va a terminar destruyendo todo lo que toca. Entonces, ahí, digamos, es necesario un fuerte compromiso de todos los creadores de riqueza para luchar contra el socialismo, contra el estatismo, y entender que si eso no se hace, los socialistas siempre van a seguir intentando. Porque, ¿cuál es el punto? Como ellos intentan vivir de los demás sin trabajar, ellos son incansables en buscar esto. Porque su leitmotiv en la vida es vivir de los otros. Entonces ellos no ceden nunca en este mecanismo de apropiación de la riqueza y del dinero o de la generación de ingresos de otro. Entonces esa batalla tiene que ser dada de manera permanente. No se puede descansar, porque cuando uno descansa, el socialismo avanza.
Wow.
Y eso lo podemos ver palpablemente. Él
Come
tocó
on.
todos los puntos.
Everything he said, we're
Oh,
literally.
I'm sorry.
He got so excited he went Spanish.
Oh my God.
He went Spanish on us. I was like, oh, the sap, but
Change the language on the Netflix movie.
No, he touched every point. He touched everything that we're fighting against. And socialists have been fighting this fight since the 50s, since the 40s. And now they're seeing their fruits.
So basically, America is becoming a socialist
Yes.
country.
That's exactly
And our
it.
only hope is if we change regimes. Honestly, I couldn't agree with this president anymore. Well, he's going to be in power pretty soon. And I pray to God, and if you
Yeah.
believe that he's a good fit,
Amen.
or just as a human being, that nothing happens to this man. Because we know that in other countries, it tends to happen where somebody
Yes.
gets decapitated, they get murdered. So people like him, like Bukele, and like the other homie, Mr. T, they got my support.
And big shout out to brother Fernando for that Bukele shout out. But let me say something. I want to touch on a couple points that he mentioned.
Yes.
And I think it's so important. So, number one, you might say, okay, Pastor Jaime, you're full of it. There is no socialism in America. Go see our second episode, American Communism.
Yes.
And on there, we talk about what different forms of socialism are within the United States already. And we see it.
Yeah.
Okay? We see it. So catch that episode, send it to somebody. Socialism is left-leaning. People say, oh, no, this fight has to do with the Democratic Party and the Republican Party. No, listen to me. Hear my voice. The Republican Party is equally as responsible for this.
Yes.
Because it was their job to stand up for the values of the people of America. Just like the Constitution says, we the people. But if the party that is supposed to be representing we the people does not do their job and they're sold out, because that's what happened.
Yes.
They're sold out. Then what happens is that people believe, oh, my politician, my senator, my congressman, he's vouching for me. No,
Yeah.
he's not.